China's leaders are continuing their push to get people back to work and life back to normal. Airports and railway stations have reopened in Hubei province, where the most drastic lockdown restrictions were enforced. Until this week, tens of millions were confined to their homes for weeks in the province, which still accounts for the majority of China's 81,000 cases. Nearly all new infections in China in recent days have been imported from overseas. With the dwindling number, China appears to have passed the worst. Government ministers are reaching out to other countries to lend expertise.
We fully understand the difficulties of others and have provided assistance to the best of our ability. The Chinese government has announced that it would provide 83 countries and international and regional organizations, such as the World Health Organization, with emergency assistance.
Southeast Asia was on the periphery at the height of the outbreak in China, but many countries there are now struggling. Malaysia has the highest number of cases in the region, prompting the government to extend restrictions on people's movements until April the 14th. Malaysia suffered its biggest daily increase in new cases on Thursday, raising the infections total past 2,000. New cases are also rising in Indonesia, but government leaders in the world's third most populous country are stepping up disinfection and sanitizing measures rather than keeping people at home. Disinfection and hand-washing stations are open in the capital after confirmation of nearly 800 cases in Jakarta.
At the moment, many people in public still remain active outdoors. There are no restrictions or lockdown orders, so we hope this will become one of the alternatives to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
New Zealand has had its first day of its highest level of alert, requiring people to stay home. The Health Ministry reported the largest daily increase in new infections, bringing it to 73. Thailand's state of emergency has started after criticism of the government's slow response. Leaders have additional powers to implement curfews, censor the media, disperse gatherings, and deploy the military for enforcement. More than 1,000 people are reported infected. But as most of the world closes its doors, China is reopening. Many tourist sites are welcoming visitors for the first time in 2 months.
I think the epidemic is under control now. There shouldn't be a problem for people to go outside.
A glimmer of hope from the country, which still has the world's most cases, but is clearly sending a message that they won't be beaten by the virus. Divya, Gopalan, Al Jazeera, Hong Kong.